Linora Low. Linora is an actress, MC, wellness coach, and a YouTuber. She is best known for sharing her healthy lifestyle with the world, serving as an inspiration to many. Through her journey as a fitness ambassador with Under Armour, Koa Fitness, and a fitness league. She has also ventured into business as the co-founder of Kapao Balls. She continues to inspire people all over the world to live their best lives in this quarantine period by serving as a positive role model through her social media pages, in her workout videos, and positive contents. So hello everyone, welcome to another episode of In Love With Me. As I said, we have such a beautiful individual who is a woman. She is a boss lady. She is powerful, as you can see with her beautiful images. And we will learn and be inspired by her this afternoon. So without further ado, all the way from Malaysia, I would like to introduce you guys to my good friend, Linora Low. Hi, Linora. Thanks for joining me this afternoon.
Hello,
Hi.
am I on?
Yes, you are. You were just
Great to
talking
see you
about how
all.
it's such a, it's been quite a while since we saw each other.
So sorry, something just dropped.
It's okay. We would see each other on social media, but never a catch up like this. So I'm so glad that you had time from your busy days, from your busy workouts, that I can catch up with you. So how have you been?
I've been great. Like we were just saying briefly before we got on live, I have not spoken to you physically or
Yeah.
virtually for quite some time already, my dear. And it's things have changed, I think, relatively a lot since the first and last time you saw me, which was I still had red hair, if
Yes,
I'm not mistaken.
2014.
Yeah, and now the red is translated to your shirt, your
Yeah.
top, and your lips. But
But
yeah, I mean,
anyways,
life has been
yeah,
great. Yeah, and you're looking fabulous.
thank
Since
you. So are
then,
you. You
still
motivate
looking
me every
fabulous.
morning, actually.
Aw,
I'll
thank
get there.
you.
I will get there. But before everything, can you give us a little bit of a background? Like, how did you become the woman that you are today?
Oh, well, I would say the where I came from, it started in Malaysia. Okay,
Mhm.
humble beginnings started in Malaysia. And when I was younger, I've always wanted to be somewhere presenting on stage. I just love whatever I watch in the media. I just love acting. Actually, that was where my whole persona, I think, of being this dramatic and charismatic, it came from television, to be honest. And I've always wanted to get into something along that line. So I would say it stemmed off from watching a lot from there and also being with a family that is very, very supportive. That my parents basically made me do everything and anything from doing ballet to taekwondo to playing the piano. They're like, just go do. We will just go explore everything it is that you like about life and things. And from there, I suppose it became a thing of where I just got interested in everything and anything. And to say like I became a jack of all trades and master of none is kind of there, but there is one consistent thing which was prevalent, and I love to talk. and, and I suppose that's how I ended up with the career path that I am right now, which is I MC a lot of events, and I do act from time to time, and I do a lot of I do coaching for people. The fitness journey actually came about much later on when it was my own personal journey because of body image struggles, which I think everybody, I don't think there's not one person who has not gone through some kind of body image struggle. And through that process, I'm really just putting it all into a nutshell for you. That and then combined with good support of family, and then just understanding more about myself, and all that just encompassed to where I am today. So I won't say that fitness was a thing that I wanted to do. Getting into the health industry was something I wanted. My parents thought it was a cool thing back in the day because they were like, it's so good. You can go ahead and work out and make money at the same time. You know, you're training people. To be honest, that is not how it works. That is not how it works at all. If for anyone who is in the coaching scene, I think you would understand. But like I said, my parents are very supportive. I think most of the time, um, when anyone were to say they want to go into entertainment line, or even do anything to do with the fitness line, because it's not in our Asian culture, it's not such a stable kind of job. Parents will go like, why can't you do something else which is more stable? Why can't you do that? But like I said, my parents were very supportive, and it's because of that kind of support that's where I am today.
Yeah, that's amazing. We have to have, that strong support group that's always empowering us. And, when
Hmm.
you have your parents' support, that means a lot, right? To
Yep, it
your
does.
child. But yeah, just to rewind, for the people that don't know, Lenora and I met during my husband Nick's stint in Malaysia. He was part of the KL Dragons for ABL, and Lenora was one of the analysts. I guess she was the one
I was
covering
the
the game.
courtside reporter. That was my early days of understanding about courtside reporting. And till this day, I mean, I love doing it. So I'm just gonna close this off so it becomes neater for you all to see. Okay. So what I was saying, like I I was part of the ASEAN Basketball League, and I was part of the KL Dragons, and I was the courtside reporter for that period. I think I was there for at least about 3 seasons. Yeah, 3 seasons.
Yeah, and we went back to Malaysia after his participation with the KL Dragons in 2014, and that's when Nick got to
Mm.
cover the game. And you were still there also, so that's where we got to catch up again. But
Yeah.
since that, you've been, you're an empowered woman. You're nonstop creating content, and what I love the most, like every day you have a workout buddy, or tell us about how you just find things in the house to use as weights. Because I know you were saying in one of your stories that you miss metal. You miss
Oh my
what?
gosh, yes. I miss holding metal. But just to let you know, guys know, I mean, whoever that's watching, I really hope that you are staying safe at home. I know this is a really crazy time that we are all in. I'm sure even for you, Mafae, I mean, over here in Malaysia, just letting you know, it's changing again because we have gone from being in a quarantine state to now partial quarantine. So new rules, and everyone is just adjusting to the new norm. And I'm sure you also have that as well, right? I mean, I suppose we could talk about that a bit more
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, we just had some new rules come out also, so I compared
Yeah.
it to schedule. But yes, praying that everything turns out positive. Hopefully, there's
Hmm.
a cure already, a vaccine, so that everybody can feel safe again. But
Yep.
with the content that you put out, thank you, because we need positive content right now. A lot of people are having a hard time. They're struggling, and when we see what I see people like you on social media, promoting health, promoting wellness, it really helps. I
Thank
also
you.
saw a post about supporting the frontliners, and I saw the comments there, and it is a must to stay home, guys, or follow the rules, just to
Yes.
protect each other. We're
Yes.
all in this together, and if we can work together, it'll be faster, right, Lenora?
Yes, it would be a lot faster because this is the time that um it's not about just taking care of ourselves. It's literally the person next to you, and we are all in this together.
Mhm.
Literally everyone is in this together, and the most we can do for each other is really just be an encouragement.
Yeah.
And I like the one of the great things I suppose about this whole, we call it MCO here, movement control order.
Mhm.
um, I know a lot of people are saying like there is nothing good about this, but
Right.
Mafe, I'm sure. I mean, for you, you and I both believe in God,
Yeah.
and I know very much during this period. One of the things that's been helping my positivity as well is knowing who we are, knowing our identity, and knowing what is ahead. And because of that mindset, it makes me go, all right, it's not so bad. And it's really not such a bad situation. And actually, just coming back to the whole positivity thing, I say thank you so much about just the support, because sometimes, I'll be honest, social media is, it can be wrecking for the brain.
Yeah.
Because people, the honest truth is, people get caught up with the likes, they get caught up with the views. In fact, Mafi, just as we're talking about this, I was just having a conversation about it with a friend, because he was just completely overwhelmed of how he spent so much time bothering about social media itself, because he's trying to build his business. And I totally understand, because now is where online, the online industry, anything online is where you have to push so hard. And I was telling him, dude, honestly, if we're going to be chasing likes all the time, it takes us away from the focus.
Right.
So coming back to social media content, this is how I see social media or anything that I do,
Mhm.
Mafae, is whatever I hope to put out there, I want
Yeah.
to at least give value and benefit to someone. What exactly are my intentions? What exactly are the values I hold to? And like the thing is, like, everything is streamlined to Instagram because I think that's one of the most popular things. And and Instagram, to it honestly is a very nice magazine filter.
Yeah.
It goes through the very pretty, or the very funny, or the very shocking. And that's kind of a thing with social media. Even back in the day when I was a brand planner, just letting you know, I was in advertising. That was my first job.
Okay.
And I remember back then they were trying to figure out, how do you do viral stuff? And back now, as I think about it in hindsight, there is no way you can figure out how to do a viral thing. It happens, but I would say content is king for anything. And if you just be real as much as possible. And I always like to see positivity, because, well, we already complain. We're in a world that is filled with complaints, either complaints or there is brokenness. And we know that. And I think it's up to each individual to show some kind of light, because we are called to be salt and light to the world. So that's where I feel like, okay, always look back, and what exactly is it that I want to put out there? What exactly can I add value to? So that's how I see things. And I want to thank you, because that really encourages me when you say stuff like that, because sometimes I really don't know if what I put out at all is seen by anybody. Because
It
well,
is.
you know, it gets layered either, or like now it's like only when your post is paid for,
Mm.
then it goes up. But these are all the little things that of
Yeah.
social media people may or may not speak about.
Yeah.
But thank you, really, I appreciate that so much.
Well, like what you're saying, it is the generation of online, and
Hmm.
we do have to be careful what we put out there, and because people will use it as an idol, or use it as a motivation. So actually, with me, whenever I teach my students, I say, when it
Mm.
comes to social media, if you're feeling happy, like you have to be in your happiest to post.
Mm.
And regardless of the comments that people say, okay, all you see there is fake because people don't put sadness there. But would you really want to see someone crying or someone upset on social media, and then you start feeling that way? So if
Mm.
that's the case, if you're feeling low or down, I suggest that you just put your phone away, just turn it off,
Yeah,
or you're gonna
yeah.
do something, and then it's a domino effect. Like you said,
Hmm.
you want to keep promoting positivity, and you're not sure if people watch. But to be honest, people, especially right now, are on it like every second of the day. Every
Yes,
oh,
it is. It's
you know,
tiring.
and to like this, I'm motivated because I know my kids and their friends, and my family overseas are watching and just waiting for content, positive content, for them to give that push for their happy hormones, especially at this time. For
Hmm.
you, I know it's something that you love to do too, but as humans, we also have our off days. What drives you to flip that switch of being unmotivated? Do you have something that you like do, a habit, a ritual, or you just say, "Hey, stop it, Lenora, just get on with it"? What do you do for you?
There is honestly, I like this question, because there's honestly no quick fix, because anything could spur me at the moment. But I would say, like, this is actually something I shared in one of my YouTube videos, which was on how to have a positive mindset. And it's actually getting into action that will
Mhm.
help me feel that will actually push my motivation. So I don't know if you've heard this circle before. Um, so people think that, oh, you need to just tell yourself to be just motivated. But the thing is, you could just be sitting here the whole time like this and go like, yes, be motivated, be motivated. But you're not doing anything, you know what I mean? So I picked this up from someone and he said the best thing, and it makes sense. You get up, just walk or do any kind of action. So sometimes, like when I feel really unmotivated with something and I just feel icky because I've been sitting down too long, what I do is I get up and I start jumping around. I start jumping around, or I clean some portion of my room and do something productive. It could be even just making coffee, and it's like my favorite drink, or anything like that. Anything that just makes me get into action. So, and scientifically, when that happens, your brain is also going, hey, okay, the movement is actually causing a happy effect. So let's continue to do more of it, more of it. And it's the same also, like if I get into a workout, usually if I feel really just terrible, the one thing I know will make me feel good is getting into a workout. That's for me. Because once I sweat it all out and I know I've done something which is productive, it makes me go like, okay, what else can I do now that can enhance this whole really great feeling of productivity? So that's for me, getting into action and then just doing a workout if my body is not too tired to
Mhm.
do so.
So
Yeah,
going back to that, with your fitness, how do you think fitness has shaped your lifestyle?
man, fitness has literally changed my life. It's from, like I mentioned before, the body image issues I had as a kid was because I grew up as a chubby kid.
Right.
Chubby kid, teased a lot, was given all kinds of names in school, was called like pumpkin and called bibola. You know that sweet Ricola? I don't know if you have that in Philippines. Ricola sweet.
What does it look like?
So I don't know. I can't show it now, but but in any case, anyone who has seen that sweet, this is not a promo for it, but it's just that that there was a song for it which was like Ricola, and
Okay.
that was then what people did in my days was they would call me B Bola. So here in Malaysia, bola means ball.
Yeah. Oh,
Basically, yeah. So I was like B Bola, so it's like double ball, and that was like all this weird,
yeah.
silly nicknames that people would give you. So fitness changed my view of how I saw myself. And I would say it's been changing every single year from the time I started. Because how I actually started with my whole fitness journey was I started playing basketball. In I started saying, okay, I'm going to do 100 shots every day. This was the first stage of me starting any kind of fitness journey. I was uh, I was basically this pudgy kid, and I liked playing basketball back in the day. Didn't really play it for real, like in school and stuff. But I played it with friends every weekend. And during that time, there was a guy who I actually like on the court. Of course, I must have all this kind of drama, right? And that fella teased me, and that drove me. But in the end, we became really good friends at that time. It drove me to want to make a change for myself, because I was like, why did he think that way? Why did he make a joke? Why was I affected so badly by a simple thing he said? What he said is not important, but the point is that it made an impact on me. And so from there, that's when I said, okay, Lenora, you're gonna do 100 skips every day. You're gonna just shoot hoops every single day, 100 shots. Even if you don't make it, it's 100 shots, and you would have porridge every day. So my that was how I saw my routine. But what was the major thing was consistency. And some of the crazy things was I prayed about it every day. So my faith was not as strong. I would say that my faith, my walk is not as it is now. Back then, and but because of that whole consistency of where I was saying, Lord, please help me lose weight. Please help me lose weight. Please. I was just saying that every day is like a meditation. And then at the same time, the whole porridge thing and the shots of taking basketball hoops every single day, that was the consistent thing. And I saw changes for myself. So that was how it started. And then when I say it changed over time, that was when I started, oh, okay, let's hit the gym. Because since I could not be a very slim physique, because my body is naturally, I can pack on muscle easy, and I can also put on fat easy if I do not watch what I eat. That's just how my genetics is made. So back then, I didn't understand any of these things. I just went like, okay, I just know that I want to look like that person in the magazine. How do I get there? Okay, maybe this is how you do it. Eat very little or anything like that. And so that journey from the whole basketball thing and moving on later was where I said, okay, since I cannot be as slim like the girls, the models you see in magazine, then maybe let me be strong. So that's when I started doing the gym thing. And then from the gym thing, that's when I went on further into understanding a little bit more of training. And to be honest, I got into a real hardcore training regime again because of a breakup. Like I said, it's all these little dramas that kind of drives you, but that's kind of how life turns out sometimes. And I'm actually very glad for that whole breakup, because if not, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So my journey for fitness now has changed a lot because my mindset and understanding of health and fitness has become so much more holistic in the past 5 years. So everything that I kind of know now was only quite recent. And I really give credit to my coach, who I'm going to give a shout out right now, Benjamin Seong, all the way in Australia. He's from Melbourne, Australian Strength Performance, and he is like the greatest mentor, and mentor, teacher, friend that one could have. Everything that I learned about nutrition, about how to train, about how to think, now it has been because of what he's taught me in the past 5 years, give or take. And that was also how I got into bikini bodybuilding.
Yeah,
And
I was waiting for
yes, oh, that story. So when I started training, after the breakup, that's when I started going into the gym. And then that was when I found these videos of girls who looked fantastic. They were like Victoria's Secret models, but they had muscles. So I was like, what is this? I didn't know anything about it. And then one day, my coach, Ben, one of his marketing guys, who is a really good friend of mine now, they reached out and said like, hey, we got this coach who wants to come down. He wants to give a talk on hypertrophy, which is a word back then I didn't understand what that even meant. But basically, is how to build quality muscle. Basically, the how to enhance your muscle size and growth and all that jazz. So I was like, okay, great. And then I checked out his profile and I was like, oh my gosh, he's a coach that can teach athletes like that in bodybuilding. I mean, he's a physique coach, so it's great. And so I engaged him. And I think I only started getting into my bodybuilding journey in 2017. That was the first time ever I did my first comp, and I did my second comp in the same year, and then I did my third comp in 2018. And sadly, since then, I have not been able to compete due to unforeseen circumstances. But I'm looking very much to stepping on the stage again. In fact, I just posted today a little throwback of the journey of getting ready for a comp. And the thing is, like, when you do a bodybuilding competition, it's people all think it's for this is for the aesthetics. And yes, I do agree, you look amazing on stage. That is the beauty of bodybuilding, because you are the carpenter. You are literally the person that chisels away at your body. And bodybuilders actually have one of the best mindsets and disciplines when it comes to food. Maybe not everybody would understand the best about nutrition, because there's so many ways you're going into an extreme sport of where your body fat percentage has to be extremely low so that you look like a chiseled statue that was maybe created in Roman days, for example, for the guys. For the girls, you, depending on the category you go into, like, I've learned so much about the different categories in bodybuilding for females, because I always thought bodybuilding was it has to be extremely big muscles. And then I found out, no, in fact, there are girls who look extremely sexy, they look strong, and it's in any one of the other categories. And when I picked that up, that is when I learned the most, Mafae. I've ever learned about myself, about my body, about my mind, and that is how I'm able to share that experience with everyone. And for anyone who doesn't know, like my whole YouTube channel, literally I have part one, part two, part three, season one, season two, season three of my bikini journey, where I documented from start to finish of what it was like, what I went through, and still manage daily life and whatnot. And sometimes what I'm so glad of that I actually did document it is I'll look back and go like, wow, Lenore, you've come this far, and what else can you do from here? So those the documentaries I did for myself on that journey really makes me reflect even more and makes me think of, okay, how can I get better? How can I improve better from whatever it is that I want to be and how I am? Yeah.
Amazing. I love your story. It's like, your true definition of no excuses. You came from a breakup, but it turned out to be a positive in your life. You know,
Yeah.
Lenora's mentioned that, consistency, I mean, having action, not just sitting on your butt and thinking, okay, I'm going to just have this list, but not acting upon it. You had your coach all the way in Australia. I mean, that's definitely, an initiative that's,
But
um,
yeah.
you know,
By the way,
and,
sorry, just to say, right, my coach, he was not with me for all the times that I competed, as in all of it was virtual online coaching. So anything that I was doing, it was by myself, but he gave virtual support and programming. All of that was
and
online.
that's
So
so
you can
amazing.
imagine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so amazing because right now that's the challenge that everybody's having with having a coach and things like that. And you've done it even before this challenge that we're having right now. So it's possible, guys. We can work out. We can have a group workout. And funny thing is, I was so motivated to get back in shape because Nick and I just love having babies. We had another one. He's 5 months.
Guys.
I am back to like getting my routine or just trying to be motivated. And when I see your videos, are just like, okay, there's no excuses. Lenora is doing it. I have to go find something. And this is true story. I have my team working out every day. And the first workout video that I found, because I'm trying to slowly get back, so I'm
Yep.
finding videos that are short, and it happens to be one of your good friends. And
Joanna?
I didn't even know the connection. Like I found an 8-minute video of Joanna, and
Oh,
I saw on your feed you guys are friends, and I was like, oh my god, so starstruck because we see her every morning. Now it's every other day. I kind of mix it up, but I'm
oh,
gonna
that's awesome.
do workouts because I want to build to be as strong as you. Of course, right now I'm doing weightless, so body weight. But yeah, I saw Joanna on your feed, and even my kids because they joined me like, oh my gosh, she knows her, she knows her, and I'm like, well, Laura is also in that, she's also a fitness guru. So yeah,
Oh,
I
I
just
love Joanna.
so you can tell her we
I
say hi.
I will. I will so tell her that you guys are like watching her stuff. I mean, I should just snap you right now and say like, "Yo, babe, do you know that this person I'm talking to, okay, she's following your workouts all the way
Oh
in the
my gosh!
Philippines."
And it's what's funnier about it is the workout is for like teens. Her 8-minute workout for teens before going to school.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that
Yeah,
just really goes to show it does not matter whether it's for teens, it's for seniors, you can just move, like
right,
literally move, and that already in itself, action is your workout.
right. So for me, you inspire me. Joanna inspires me. For you, who are some people that inspire you, that helps you with your journey? Of course, apart from your coaches.
Oh, right now, okay. My mom really inspires me. I don't know how she thinks, sometimes because like it's just amazing how she goes through certain things in life. How she's able to keep calm in every situation. I just admire ladies who are able to handle their shiz together when things are like not in its calmest. And I'm truly inspired by that on how my mom is able to handle so many things and still have that gentleness um that a female would have, you know. I mean, that's amazing. She's firm, she's gentle. I'll say my parents inspire me. I mean, like if not for them, I won't be where I'm at today. So definitely my parents do that. And if you're talking like say celebrities and whatnot, I suppose um, Arnold Schwarzenegger will always be like a huge idol of mine, just simply because if reading his story, following his story, and where he is now, um, truly amazing. That kind of mindset, I just want that mindset. Um, because it's where you're so focused to get something that you want, and you just make it happen. You make it happen. The discipline, I'm just inspired by that so much. And the other person is I've never met her, but I follow her on Instagram, and it's Hattie Boydell. So I just love actually there's two. It's she and a friend, Hattie Boydell, and another one is Michelle. Um, she's your healthy hedonista. I'm truly inspired because for Michelle, she is over, if I'm not mistaken, she's past 40 and close to 50, but her physique is amazing. She's super fit, and she's got muscles popping all over the place, and that can only happen if you're consistent. Again, she's also a fitness athlete. She's done sorry, she's a bikini athlete as well, and she recently trained her mom, who was, you have to just follow the story. I don't know, maybe you might have seen it. It's where this lady who is like 70 years old, more than 70 years old, she was very big, and now she's got muscles on her. She's super fit. She's able to do a pull up that a lot of people would not be able to do. It's a hard thing, but it's amazing. And it was a mother daughter, it was a mother daughter training thing, and I'm just waiting for the day that I can actually speak to her. I did get in contact with her, and I would love to find out more of how do you motivate your parents, because family members, to be
Yes.
honest, are probably the hardest people to ever motivate in life. I don't know why. Some people it's easy, but majority of the time it's hard for you to encourage family members to, well, I suppose, get into the same kind of lifestyle that you do, and then they say, no, you're being, how would you say, you're being overboard, you're being too strict. No, doesn't work for us like that. You do you, boo. That kind of thing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Hattie Boydell, I admire her because she was once upon a time, she was anorexic, and then now she is a super fit lady, also a bikini athlete. Sorry, she's a fitness athlete. And one second, yeah. And she is, how would you say, she went from becoming anorexic to understanding so much about her mindset and her body that now she's got her own project of inspiring girls. And I just love that. I really admire females like that.
Mhm.
So these are the people.
Yeah, and I just want to add, apart from what you post, what you do, you actually also post transformation, motivation stories. I just
Mm,
saw you posted about a guy who was like 600 pounds, and he just wanted to lose 100 pounds, and all of a sudden he craved for more until like he became super chiseled. And, that's awesome. Like, I like seeing stories like that too. And for you to promote like the whole entire wellness and health and what
mm.
it gives people, like, makes them happy to achieve something like that, because
Yep.
it's
Yep.
easy, it's so easy to fall in that trap of eating everything and anything. But if you
Yeah.
have the balance, then, of course, sickness and things will happen, right?
I would say it's more of not balance, but more of awareness.
Right.
And awareness of, but balance too. Awareness comes from understanding what exactly is food to you, why do you need it, exactly how, what's happening in your body. And see, that's where my thought process changed when I look at food. Before I go and reach for, say, cake, for example, I'll go like, okay, if I have that, what is going to happen in my body? Am I going to feel sluggish? How is it going to affect my gut? How is it going to affect my thought process? How's it going to affect the neurochemicals in my brain? It's a lot of things that I think about, but I didn't get to this
Right.
stage until I started being coached by Ben.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's that awareness which you really can't it doesn't just happen. It will come with education. And that's why I think the biggest key thing is educating people. And I
Mhm.
really hope that people are willing to learn
Correct.
and not just take it at face value, at surface value.
Mhm. So let's talk about kapal balls.
Oh,
It's very healthy, and it looks
yes.
really delicious because it's like a I don't want to say fake, but it has the illusion of it's chocolate, it's dessert. So how
I
about
will
that?
say, I would say this chocolate, okay, is from a plant, so technically it's okay in my books. And okay, what Kapabos actually came up while I was doing my bikini body building thing, because that time, that was when I realized I couldn't eat a lot of things. Anything I wanted, the usual things that I'm so used to, it just wouldn't fit into the nutrition plan because it may affect my gut or it may affect something. So
Mhm.
before I get into kapow balls, let me just give an example. Actually, no, I won't give the example first. Just so basically, kapow balls started because I could not eat a lot of things. There were just so many ingredients in all the other sweets that's available out there. There's so much preservatives. There's so much fake stuff in there to make it enhance. And I was like, okay, I just want simple things. I just want to know what's inside. The less ingredients, and if I can understand the ingredients, that's how it should be with food. If rice is rice, okay. If chocolate is chocolate, okay. Why do I need to know whether there's some E650 or something in there just to enhance the flavors? And so that's when I was like, okay, Ness, that's my sister Nessa. Why not we make something like this? You understand taste very well because she's a culinary chef. She's into baking, and she did go to a baking school. And I said, all right, you understand taste, I understand nutrition. Why not we combine our brains and see how we can come up with something together? And also because I wanted to support her baking business. She's got two businesses, and one of it is together with me, which is Kapow Balls.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, okay, let's do this and let's just get it out there. And the whole point is we're still finding our footing in being entrepreneurs and having a business together as sisters. I know she would just yell at me most of the time because I'm also doing so many things. She's like, Nora, why is this not done yet? I want to get this moving, which I understand. So she handles majority of the things for Kapow Balls, creating it. I just help in pushing the marketing as much as I can, talking to people about it, and that is where it's the one I can resonate the most with, because I know what's in the product. I know that it's safe for people to eat, and I trust my product. If not, I
Correct.
won't promote it. So anything to do with me, if I use it,
Mhm.
I would like to say that it is good for you. I would like to say it's good for you.
Yeah. So do you ship it? Will I be able to order it all the way from here?
I know. We've gotten like people asking that before. Unfortunately, we can't yet because the thing is, we don't use any preservatives. That's the beauty of kapow balls. There's no preservatives inside. And I mean, the only other way, I suppose, if we were to make it shippable is to put more sugar in it, because sugar is a natural preservative,
All
and
right.
which I don't really want to do. So
Yes.
one day when I come over to the Philippines again, because
Yeah.
I do intend to. I don't know whether in fact, I was in the Philippines 2 years back, babe, for my last show. I was in Manila for 2018, December
Oh, I saw that.
2018. Yeah. Well, that time it was so hard for me to reach out to anybody because it was all just getting ready for the comp. And it was at, oh gosh, what was the name of the place? It
Not Mall of
oh,
Asia Arena.
something arena, if I'm not mistaken. It's quite out
By the
of
bay?
this. Say again. It's kind of close to
Florida?
the airport. Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, probably SM Aura? No.
I think so. Either maybe it's Arena of Stars. Is there
That has
something?
the eye? Does it have an eye on it? It's like an eye.
I can't remember. I need to look back. I
Okay.
know it's somewhere in my blog.
Okay.
But yeah, I was there,
I'll look for it.
and I had a lot of fun. That
Mhm.
was in, I would go back again. I would. And also because I want to redo that comp since I have a point to prove to myself
Right.
for doing that comp again. Yeah. So probably you will see me in Manila once this whole thing is done and dusted and the world is, it will never be back to normal, I would think. But it
Mhm.
definitely will be it'll be a new world once we are done,
Yeah.
once this pandemic is under control.
So just to wrap up, our last question: during this quarantine, did you find anything or create anything new, or have you found something about yourself that you thought that, wow, okay, this time gave me this opportunity to rediscover myself?
I would say that two things. Number one is actually letting really just coming back to the basics and understanding where God wants me to be. And understanding this phrase, which is God can do more with my surrender than my control. Because I'm the kind of person that I like to control a lot of things in life, in in anything. I'm a very dominant character, so this is where I had to humble myself and learn you cannot be like that in a lot of things. You got to let go. Sometimes if things are not going to work out to your expectations, then leave it to God, let him do the work. So that was one of the key things that I think is just being hammered into me on a daily basis. That's one. And the second thing is I'm so glad that now I get to churn out more stuff for my YouTube channel, because that was, in terms of pushing content, that was where I really wanted to get into. And I just kept procrastinating and procrastinating, even though I do say that I did have vlogs on my YouTube channel, but it was not consistent. So now I like to say that is definitely more consistent. I do have stuff that people can view. And YouTube is something which I see so many possibilities. So whoever that's out there, please come and find me and just subscribe to my channel. And
Don't worry,
yeah,
I will make sure that Lenora's link is in this caption of this live, so you guys can find her, watch her stories. I know everybody has a lot of time to do that right now, so it'll be really inspiring to see her journey on her fitness life. And also, if you have any questions, I'll put her social media handle here. So for more advice, or just simple hi, or how do I get started, I'm sure Lenora will be happy to answer those. And should I ask this? There's one question here: thoughts on veganism?
uh-huh.
Sorry.
Well, I know that's a very, very popular topic.
Yeah.
I will put it where it's a lifestyle, that's a choice. It is not particularly a lifestyle that I would pick, just because, well, I believe that everything on earth has a purpose for it. And it is once again a choice of whoever that wants to go ahead and be full on vegan. But for me, I don't think I'll ever turn vegan. I'll probably end up eating a lot of vegetables, which is what I like to do anyway. But I also see the need um, for, well, for animal protein. That is how I see it. I'm
Right.
not against it. I'm not against it. I do see benefits for it, but it's not a lifestyle that I would pick.
Mm-hmm. So yes, to
Have you
wrap
tried
up,
it?
I did not do my research. So when I did
Okay,
try it, I actually gained weight, a lot of weight, because I ate too
right.
much carbs. So Nick got mad at me. He's like, "Okay, don't do that anymore," because he was trying to bring me to, restaurants that had really good food, and he was like,
You couldn't eat, and he
"Wrong
couldn't eat.
time. It's the wrong time for you to try this out." So, I mean, for anyone that are vegan, I respect you guys. It's a big challenge, because, of course, for me, I have a big family. So if I was going to have a cuisine where it is, or a lifestyle vegan, then my whole family has to be part of that.
Yeah.
But if not, my children love to eat. So it's difficult to make myself be tortured, every day. Although I eat a balanced meal. I mean, especially right now, I'm breastfeeding, so I cannot be picky as much. But that's why the balance of working out, and for everyone there, I know Laura can always also answer those questions on nutrition. She's been through a journey where she had to watch her diet because of the bikini competition. Um, and amazing, Lenora. That's very to me, it's a respect thing because not everybody can do that. It's a lot of I guess strictness in your life, but it was
Girl,
your
can I say,
yeah.
can I just say, right? You are amazing. I mean, like what you're doing now, mom, entrepreneur, beauty queen, and then doing all this stuff and still just maintaining sanity. Girl, you lit, okay? You
But like
inspire
you,
me.
you had your mom as the inventor. My mom was also like that. So if she was strong enough to do everything, then that means I can do it too. And she always used to say that.
Yes.
Wait till you become a mom. You're gonna understand my position. I'm like, okay, I get it. That's why I call her every day. I call her more now, and we just like chat forever. So thanks to moms, for
Thanks
being
to
there.
moms.
But
Yes.
then thanks, Lenora. It's been amazing catch up with you. You've taught me so much, and I'm gonna keep being inspired by you. And I hope everybody who's listening and watching this will be inspired. Again, I will post all her links, her YouTube page, her Instagram, Facebook, so that you can be connected and get to know her more and be more like her, I guess. Like he said, all you have to do is take action, and that means getting up, moving around, right? So, with that, actions speak louder than words. So, thank you again for tuning in for In Love with Me episode with Lenora. Watch out for our next episode with other inspiring guests. So, good afternoon. See ya from in Malaysia. Lenora's in Malaysia. Thanks.
Thank you guys. Mafae, thank you. You're doing a beautiful thing here. I love
Thank
it.
you. I know it's fun. It's a bit of a sacrifice, but it's a good challenge. Hold on, let me just
It
take a
is.